Somebody else who was picked up recently is the flashback Joey Votto. Now, I wanted to get this guy for a while, but I really didn't have the stubs to do so, and I wanted other guys more than him. But he has been in the game for a while. Good Canadian kid right here. He has very good stats, man. Good hitting stats, especially 89 contact versus lefties and righties. So he's not like that typical lefty who struggles against lefty pitching. He has amazing power versus righties. The power against lefties might not be that good. And the fielding is 70, so that is pretty decent for a first baseman. And I was actually, to be honest, thinking about getting the live series Joey Votto since he went back to a diamond. But I mean, the only thing that's better with the live series Joey Votto is the fielding. I think the fielding on that Votto is like 80 or something, but the hitting stats aren't. Actually, he might have better contact versus righties on the live series one, but he doesn't have as good power, I'm pretty sure. And I'm pretty sure that Votto does have good matchup ratings a lot, though, so I don't know. My luck, though, I would pick him up and he would be having fucking bad matchup ratings every single day. But I wanted to pick this guy up for a while, and yeah, he has been in the game for a long time. Kind of want to get more lefties in the lineup as well, because right now, as it stands in this game, I had Crawford and Yogi. And Zobrist is a switch hitter too, so he would have been batting left in this game. But I'm one of those guys who likes to have a mix of both, righties and lefties. I'm not one of those guys who likes to stack up on righties or just stack up on lefties, even though not many people do that. I like to have a good mix of both righties and lefties. And I'm probably going to try and get some more switch hitters too, because that always comes in handy, man. Zobrist has been fucking going off pretty much since he has been on the team. And Mark Teixeira is another first baseman I was looking to pick up. But, I mean, I just picked up Joey Votto. And, yeah, I wanted to get this guy for a while. So I'm probably going to stick with him for a little bit at least. And probably wait again until that Teixeira drops in the market. Maybe because I saw him once going for like 80, maybe not as low as 80,000. But he was down to low 90, 91, 92,000 stubs at one point. But last time I checked, he was back up to like 125,000. So don't really want to spend that much on that Teixeira. Maybe if he drops down below 100 grand, I will. And in the future, there's obviously going to be some fucking crazy-ass first baseman. Pujols is one of them. One of the fucking first basemen. Well, he's the fucking best card in the game, if you ask me at the moment. And regarding that, too, I guess I should say it again. I have no fucking idea if I'm going to have enough time to get Pujols or Ted Williams, man. I fucking really didn't even realize how long it's going to take, because it wouldn't even be that much of an issue if I had a lot of tickets. But at the time that Pujols and Williams and all those guys were released, I only had about 1,600. And I remember one guy commented and was like, I need to play about 190-something 9-inning games of almost 200 games of 9-inning games to even think about getting Pujols or Ted Williams or something like that. And he said he had about 1,900 tickets. And that sounds about right, because I remember I tried to do the math once when I had about 1,650 tickets, and I was just trying to do the math of how many games I would have to play with the captain missions coming into play as well. So I would have to play with, I think with Rizzo, you got to play with guys with 70 discipline or more. Maybe mistaken, but I think that's what it is. So with guys with 70 discipline or more, I'd have to play almost 200 games, probably about that. And how fucking long would that take? I mean, a normal game alone takes about 40 minutes. That's how long the games I play usually last, about 40 minutes. So I'd have to be sitting there playing every single day, hours on end, like I've been saying, until Pujols he'd probably almost be even out of the captain sets once I'm even able to get that many tickets. But I mean, I have other players I kind of want to get to. And who knows, man, maybe in the future they're going to release fucking crazy. I don't know if I'm going to say that there's going to be better legends or better flashbacks than that Pujols, because that has been a guy who I've been looking to get forever. There's definitely going to be some amazing flashbacks in the future after all those guys go away. God knows who it's going to be, but they're going to be 5,500 tickets as well. So maybe by the next time that all the new flashbacks come out and stuff, then possibly I'll be able to get some of those guys. And yeah, man, it just sucks because it takes so damn long to get those guys. Like I said before, I feel like everybody who is even close to the 5,500 tickets is just going to go after Pujols. So there's going to be every single person is probably going to have Pujols. So you're going to see probably a lot of gameplay of that guy anyway. And that just fucking sucks, man. Every time I think about it, I get pissed off because I really want to get that damn guy. It would honestly be the biggest grind I've ever had to do my entire life as well. I mean, it would be worth it, but I mean, there's other guys I want to get, like I said. And some guys are dropping too. Since all these new amazing cards are coming out in the game, some guys who are like 99 overall are dropping in the market. So maybe I'll even be able to get some of those guys soon. And who fucking knows. Some fucking bad news that I heard today too was just in real life aspects. I heard that Prince Fielder was retiring. And I kind of knew that was going to happen since he had to have that neck surgery and everything. And that sucks, man. That really sucks because I remember back when Fielder first was playing for the Brewers and shit, back in like 2006, 7, 2008. And I just remember coming home from school and shit at lunchtime, and I would turn on the sports channels, and this guy would be jacking home runs everywhere you look. That was one of those guys who just hogged up the highlight reels for so long, just hitting moonshots every single day pretty much. And that is just a shame to see that guy go, man, because he's only like 32 years old, so he still has a lot of playing time left in him. I mean, Jesus, man, that guy is a legend if you ask me. He really is. He was one of the best power hitters in his prime, maybe in the past. I don't know how many years, but it was a while. Nobody, like, that guy was just coming in and crushing home runs. And, I mean, Stanton is one of those guys, too, with crazy power. But who has been one of those crazy power guys since, like, Bonds and Sosa and McGuire just left the league? There really hasn't been anybody like that since, you know, those guys have left the league. But Fielder was one of those guys, too. And I guess Ryan Howard in his prime was one of those guys, too. But Ryan Howard was only really good for, like, 3, 4, maybe 5 years, and then he kind of fell off, and he just strikes out pretty much every time he comes to the plate. But Fielder has been good pretty much his whole career. He just had a bad season this year. I don't think he had the best year last year either, but man, you can't really blame him with the neck injury and everything. At least he has an excuse to drop off a little bit. But that guy is a fucking legend. That was very upsetting to hear that he has to retire. I guess I should talk about this game at least a little bit. Coming into this at-bat, Votto is 0 for 1 with the sac fly and the RBI. We are now in the 6th inning. I got the 2-0 lead. Votto is looking to do some more damage, swinging and missing at something low in the strike zone. But the next pitch, I am sitting on something.
Pretty well struck high and deep to left field. Crawford looking up. Gone!
Votto doing some damage in the debut. For some reason, Votto was batting .300 coming into this game, which I have no idea why, because this literally was the first game I played with him. But he's sending a message early. In the first game, he is sending one deep. Always good when you got guys making the debut, going deep especially. And as you saw, obviously, I got David Price on the mound, and he was just painting in this game. Literally painting corners everywhere you look in this game, Price was, which was a big surprise because the past couple games, I was struggling big time with Price, man. I find I have an issue with control with Price, kind of, because you miss your spot on the meter by literally a millimeter. And, for example, you'll try and throw a curveball in the dirt. You'll miss your spot on the meter by a millimeter. And it'll be a hanging curveball right down the middle of the plate. So I find that sometimes Price can have a control issue. But man, this game, it was the opposite. He was just painting corners, could not be stopped, and this guy wasn't getting that much going against him. I think he only has 1 hit on the board in this game. This guy had a couple decent players, I remember. I think he had the flashback Adrian Beltre, which is a fucking nasty card, man. His fielding is insane, and his hitting stats are insane. He had Mookie Betts. I think he had a couple other diamonds, too. I think he had Seaver on the mound, too, who is a pretty decent pitcher, if I'm not mistaken. He might have a couple cards. I'm not really sure which one it was. Going into the 8th, I still got I got the 3-0 lead after that Votto home run on pinch hitting. Michael Saunders in for Price. I don't even know why I took Price out of the game, to be honest, because he was just doing work on the mound, wheeling and dealing. But, I mean, Saunders has the good hitting stats versus righties. I probably should have put Nick Swisher in. Don't even know why I didn't do that, to be honest. But I'm getting off to a good start in the 8th by getting 2 guys on. And then Votto is up yet again. He is sending one high and deep, but it is not high and deep enough. That is just a fly out to center field right there. So going into the bottom of the 8th, I'm putting in Darren O'Day. He has just been a workhorse the past couple games, coming in every single game pretty much that I've played in. and nobody seems to have an answer for him. Like I've been saying, I struggle against the submarine guys. Seems like I'm not even close to the only one. He's coming in getting the early K, and then for some fucking reason this guy's leaving Seaver in the game. I have no idea what the hell this guy's doing, man. 1,000,000% should have put a pinch hitter in right there, but swings. And I thought that he just was going to right after that because he wasn't able to press pause in time or something. But no, he swings away, and he's not able to get anything in that inning. So this guy's running out of time. In the top of the ninth, he put in Andrew Miller. He is deadly against the lefties. That nasty slider gets Yogi looking. So going into the bottom of the ninth, I'm getting the first guy looking again with O'Day. Fucking Ripken trying to be Derek Jeter right there, man. Almost making the play, but he is safe. So now he's got one guy on. Oh, for Christ's sakes. Is this going to be a interesting ninth inning to say the least? So insert Dellin Betances. First guy, speaking of Prince Fielder, he put Prince Fielder in. I think this was the flashback fielder. And I'm getting him looking as well, man. Paint was being dished out in this game, man. Everybody was dishing out the paint on the mound for myself. He is down to his last strike and out of this game. Getting him looking yet again. Man, that was a pretty sick performance from all the guys on the hill. Price gets player of the game, so that is very well deserved. I think he had about 10 Ks in this game. Votto gets the dinger in his debut, so not a bad debut from Votto. Probably going to keep him in the lineup for a little bit now, at least.